Hi everyone, I'm Luke, that Conscious Living Guy, and today I'm going to talk about the riots and the protests that are happening at the moment in regards to a lot of racism that's been happening in America, and to be honest, everywhere in the world. I have held off from doing a video about this because I was kind of scared in case I kind of said anything wrong, and I'd say in case I kind of upset anybody. So first of all, let me just say my intention is not to upset anybody. I am 100% behind the Black Lives Matter push against racism, and it's just really upsetting, to be honest, because like in my mind I can't understand why someone would be racist just because of someone's skin being different to someone else's. It is really upsetting and kind of goes above my head because I just don't get it. I don't get why you would think, or why anyone would think that, you know, white people are better than black people. I just don't get it at all. But I wanted to talk about it just because obviously it's happening, and although I've not got a big following on here, I have got a lot of people that watch me on Facebook, a lot of people that watch me on Instagram, and I want to just say, everyone that is protesting, you have my utmost respect at the moment because I am working from home and I'm on set hours. I can't protest. If I could, I would, and I just hope everyone is being as safe as possible. I know there's been a lot of talks about people not wearing masks and no social distancing. It's difficult because I think it's a really good cause and it needs to be pushed. It needs to be pushed to the point where things change in the whole world, where racist statues are taken down. Not taken down illegally though, because I don't believe in rioting. I don't believe in looting. I believe that there's a right way to protest. I have done animal protests before, an animal welfare protest, fair protests, and there's a peaceful way to do it. However, there will always be people that will jump on the bandwagon just because they're sick of the lockdown and they want some attention, they want to release some stress. And it's a shame that people do that, but they will do that, and they will continue to do that regardless of whatever cause it is. And I believe the main point about the Black Lives Matter kind of push is education. I'm educated, but like on kind of like the black community and how we've treat them as white people is absolutely disgraceful. It makes me so angry to even think that we as white people have thought that it was okay to own a black person or own a human being. I think that's disgusting. And to think that that went on for years and years is again disgraceful, and it makes me ashamed to be white, to be honest. It really does. But I believe there's change that's going on in the world because of these protests, and I think it's good change. I actually recently only just learned out that Christopher Columbus had invaded certain places like Cuba, Barbados, and actually kind of took over the native people who was living there, which again is really disrespectful. And I was led to believe when I was younger that Christopher Columbus was an explorer and he did nothing but great things. So I think education like at schools needs to change. It needs to include a lot of Black history. I had no Black history when I was in school. This was like, I think I finished in 2001, I think, or 2000. I think it was 2000. Many years ago, but I don't know whether it's changed now. I don't know whether they include that in the curriculum, but I hope they do. Because obviously there's a lot of Black people that are in schools now as well. Do you know that everything should be all mixed, and it's good that it's mixed at the moment, but the education is very one-sided, and I don't believe it should be one-sided. There's a lot of things about the education kind of system that I don't believe in, but it definitely needs to change. And I also wanted to point out, there's going to be like a little picture that I'm going to show you actually that was shared on social media, and it basically says it's okay to be all free. So I'm 100% for the Black Lives Matter cause. I'm 100% for protests, because protests change huge laws in America and in the UK and in the whole entire kingdom. I believe you need to stand up for what you believe in, and that will progress to change, to positive change. And I'm also for the police. Now, people are probably thinking, what do you mean you're for the police? I'm for the hard-working police that aren't racist. Not everyone is racist. Not everyone uses that badge as power to break the law themselves. And I want to give thanks to every police officer that's out there doing their job, you know, by the book, you know, protecting us from criminals that are on the street. I nowhere near condone police officers killing Black people at all. However, if they're provoked by them with guns or knives, then they need to obviously protect them and the community. And it is really, really sad that hundreds, if not thousands, of Black people have died in police custody. It's coming out now that a lot of people are not doing the job in the police force, but I just wanted to kind of shed a light on the positive side of the police force, because I think it's getting a lot of brunt at the moment. And I think I'm going to share a video next week where it's basically a documentary that I was part of. I can't remember the year now, I think it was 2007, but don't quote me on that. And it was called the Hull Freedom Trail. So it was kind of a celebration for abolishing the slave trade. It was actually a guy from my hometown, Hull, Kingston upon Hull, called William Wilberforce, who abolished the slave trade, which is absolutely amazing. However, a lot of people don't know that modern day slavery does go on today. So it hits modern day slavery, it hits human trafficking. There's a lot of issues that it hits, and I think it's really important to share it with as many people as possible, because I feel like it's right, you know, in the Black Lives Matter kind of push to have change, to share it. I think it's the right time. It 100% has been shared before, but I'm going to share it anyway. You only like literally see me in like one scene, I think, and in my head like a couple of times. But yeah, I'm going to share that. But yeah, I just want to, you know, say everyone protesting, please keep safe. And it's all right, you know, to have respect for the police, to also not condone rioting, but also support the protests, because protests 100% have brought change to today's society, and it definitely needs to, change needs to happen, and change is good, A change is a way of progressing to be better. If you've not actually seen one of my previous videos called Why You Should Embrace Change, the link is above. And that is everything for today's video. Please don't forget to smile at a stranger. Treat people with kindness always. Don't forget to subscribe to me and hit the bell for notifications. This will mean you'll get notifications for my videos. I am looking at getting 1,000 subscribers so I can finally upload live from my mobile, which will be really, really good. And I will catch you in the next video.